What's going on, Argonauts? D-Rec here with Alliance Rift Gaming Outlet, bringing you some fresh content here in Cardfight Vanguard. If you guys do enjoy today's match, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for future content. In this video, we have Deletors on the left with all the support from Rondo of Chaos and Salvation, and on the right, we have Valios Blue Waves with all the support out of Ultimate Stride. So, we're just going to go into the match and see which of these two rush decks will outrush the other. So, going right into it, the blue-wave player is going to take the first turn. He's going to ride the Stride Fodder and pass the turn. So, going into the Deletors' turn, definitely trying to set up for rush, especially with like a good sizable board, and maybe get some of those stand triggers off so you can start calling a few units off of the delete skill from Grade 3 Vanguard, whether it's Gray On or Gray End. So, he's going to call the starter to the back right column and ride into the Soul Blast 2 draw card, and then call the booster for the draw 2 and a Stride Fodder with no skill. He's going to guard the Stride Fodder for 10k and no guard the Vanguard attack, and that'll be the end of the Deleter player's turn after drawing 2 cards here. So now the blue wave player gets to take his turn. Off of the grade 1 skill, he is able to Vanish Delete one of the blue wave player's drop them. So good setup for Vanish Delete and a lot of stuff like that. I don't think I've ever played a match where I've seen a Deleter player pull off the win con, even with some of the new support. So, but if any of you guys have, be sure to comment down below about how that went, because that must have been pretty gut-wrenching to see, like, pull off the freaking win con, just like can't even do anything about it. So the blue player goes into his turn. He's able to get multi-attacks off this turn. Since he has Foivos on board, going into his third battle, he's able to swing it 4 times in a row, and all that good jazz. So, moving on to the Deleter player's grade 2 turn, he rides into the 10k, calls out, I believe that is a PG. Swings into Foivos, gets guarded for the 5k guard, and then once again into Foivos, and at that time it will die. And then the Deleter player gets the stand trigger and swings at the other rear guard, and then passes the turn after that. So, not allowing the blue wave player any counterblast and any rear guard support to do anything substantial, to do multi-attacks and whatever else. So, not sure if the blue wave player is going to ride into his grade 3 turn or stay at grade 2. Either way, it's really not to the blue wave benefit, but it looks like he is going to stay at his grade 2 turn after all and call out 2 new grade 2s. He calls out, I'm not too sure what the card on the right is. It is a Stride Fodder. He swings at the rear guard. Doesn't matter there, keep swinging at the rear guard because it will not hit no matter what at the Vanguard, seeing as the blue player doesn't have the counterblast to pull off Foivos' skill once again. And finally, the Deleter player rides into Gray End. Gray End, yeah, Gray End, not the other one. Using his Vanguard ability, he's going to delete the opponent's Vanguard. He's going to get 2 calls, one from the starter and one from the stand trigger. So the first call is going to be the stand trigger. He will draw a card first before resolving the other one, and the stand trigger skill will allow him to call, I believe that is the 10k attacker, grade 1, on the left side. He calls another stand trigger to draw another card, and calls another Gray End to the field. So pretty good setup columns here. So that's going to be 15k at base 0, and then Vanguard swinging for 15 with 2 drive checks. No triggers there. That will be for 2 damage so far. And then a third attack, and putting the blue wave player to 4 damage, tying it up 4-4. So those are definitely some pretty hefty attacks there, especially with the blue wave player at grade 2. 15k attacks are no joke, especially when you have 0 power, forces even more than G guards out of the way. It looks like he was not able to ride into Valios, he had to ride into Arsenal Fleet, and he's going to use the starter skill to target Foivos, and he's going to go into Flood Hazard for his first stride. So, swinging at Vanguard for 11k for the guard there, and then swinging Vanguard on Vanguard, 3 checks, and a critical trigger to boot. And will that be the game? That will not be the game. The Deleter player is going to get a heal trigger off of that. I almost forgot that he was at 4 for a minute, but that almost ended the game for the Deleter player right there. He had no ways to guard everything, so that's going to come in at the Vanguard for nothing, and then nothing once more, but this time it will be at the rear guard instead because it will not hit the Vanguard at 21k power. And since he's going to attack well, actually no, he's going to add Vanguard because he needs to get the draw off Bubble Edge Draco Kid. And then going into Flood Hazard's restand, swinging again for 26 and a crit. for 10k to guard it all. And it looks like he's just going to guard with the vanilla 10k, and that's going to be it. Those two triggers definitely saved the Deleter player there, especially the heal, being at 4 damage. So now the Deleter player gets to go into his turn once again. He is going to use the grade 3 skill to delete the Vanguard. He's not going to stride. And it looks like he's going to call out the grade 2 promo that's not Evo to call out a, I think it's Give It. I forget what the grade 2 is called, but all I know is that you retire it and 4 of the rear guards to restand your Vanguard. And comboing it with a new stuff, whether it's the starter or the stand trigger, you can still fill a board up pretty easily with those skills. And he's going to call one of the stand trigger to get off with the grade 2 skill after retiring it. And he's going to get greedy and call another booster for the 16k attacks. So coming in for 16 at the opponent's Vanguard, guards for 20 on the attack. He takes the Vanguard attack at 4 damage, and no checks there. Power to the Vanguard with a draw. And he still can't guard this attack. That's going to be 6 damage per game. But wait, it's not over yet. The Deleter player is still going on. He's going to kill him more than for 6 damage. Doing the grade 2 skill, staying the Vanguard, swinging, and getting the stand trigger skill to give another 15k attack. That's another damage right there. And then the Vanguard attack for no trigger checks. But oh shoot, the blue-wave player got a heal trigger, and that's the game. That's it, boys. The Deleter player won the whole thing, and with overkill. So that was definitely a great match from both sides. Really got to see how really aggressive both decks really were, especially from the Deleter side, because he was able to pull off all the combos. With the blue-wave player, he wasn't able to without being able to draw value, so we didn't get to see everything from him. But the miracle heal from the Deleter player definitely saved him. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.